Hi guys, welcome to this series where I look at some questions from different groups, IELTS preparation groups, and I try to answer some basic common questions that people often ask. Now, these are questions which people have quite often. I often see them, thrown around in many different types of groups and IELTS preparation groups and stuff. So I just thought that maybe I'm going to share, like, pick one question and then share my thoughts and ideas on these questions. So today, while scrolling this group on Facebook, I came across this question. This is one of those most common questions that I generally get asked from my students as well. And this is another very common question that I see get thrown around in all of these groups. That is, reading পারতেছি improved করার tips দেন কেউ রিয়েল আইএলস এক্সাম কি অনেক হার্ড হয় অনেক স্ট্রেস লাগতেছে. Now, what this question basically translates to is that this person is having difficulty in improving their reading skills, and this person wants some tips to improve their reading scores. And this person is wondering if their main exam, in the main test, IELTS test, the reading tends to be very difficult or not, and they're very stressed about it. Now, in terms of the first part of the question, which is this person is having difficulty in improving their IELTS scores. Now, the one and only thing that, of course, most people have a lot of trouble getting good scores in their reading test. You know why? The simple point, or the simple reason, is that people don't have enough reading skills. How do you read? Why do you read? Right? So they don't have that simple skill. So if you read enough, or if you have read enough, if you are well read, you have developed those basic reading skills. This should not be too difficult. Now, I keep telling people that IELTS is just an English test. If you're able to read, write, listen, and speak to English on a certain level, you get that score, right? So this person probably doesn't have that necessary reading skill to reach the level, to reach this desired score that this person wants. And this person specifically asks for tips. Tips are not really going to help you, my friend. The weird thing about tips is, tips and tricks are thrown around everywhere. Like all the marketing bullshit claims, come to me, I'm going to give you tips and tricks. No, that's not how this thing works. If no matter how many tips and tricks you're given, if you do not have the tool to employ or execute that tip appropriately, this ain't gonna help. No amount of tips or tricks can help you because you don't understand it. So the IELTS reading and listening tests are checking your comprehension. So if you don't have the ability to comprehend, read something and understand exactly what it says, you are going to have a tough time despite the fact that you might have all the tips and tricks in the world. So the one and only thing in this case that you can do is read. Build a reading habit. If you're having the same trouble as this person, build a reading habit. Maybe read for 5, 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes a day. Learn how skimming works. Learn how scanning works in real life. IELTS is not expecting you to learn any new skills for IELTS itself. It's just testing your schema, your daily life skills that you have built up, right? That you will require in your academic studies, that you employ in your daily life situations. So read, build a reading habit. And as for the next bit, which is real IELTS exam, is it difficult or not? Well, I would say it exclusively depends on the first part of the question. It relates to the first part of the question, which means if you do not have the necessary skills, then of course it's going to be difficult for you. But then again, in the same question, people might score a band 7, 8, 9, whereas this person might be getting a 4.5 or a 5. So this is a very subjective test. It's going to be very different for all different people. Some people will get a 5, and exactly with the same question, someone might get a band 9, right? So please make sure, if you are struggling with any module, please make sure that you engage with that module. If you're having trouble listening, listen. If you're having trouble in reading, read, right? And so on and so forth. So yeah, these videos are going to be very short, succinct, just to the point. So yeah, this is the first episode. I hope this helps, and I'm going to keep kind of like looking at these groups and try and find some different questions that I think would be worth answering and that might be helpful to people. So I hope this was helpful. See you guys in the next video. And if you found, of course, this to be helpful, I would love it very much if you could subscribe to the channel and follow for more. Have a good day. Bye bye.